Chào mừng quý vị quay trở lại với chương trình Nhà lãnh đạo doanh nghiệp với ông Ganesan, Tổng giám đốc của công ty Nestlé Việt Nam. Welcome back.
Thank you again.
What are the current difficulties or the problems for your business in Vietnam?
I wouldn't say difficulties, but I would rather use the word challenges. So we are in the fast-moving consumer goods industry, in particular Nestlé with food, fast-moving consumer goods. We need to be agile in reacting to the various changes in the market environment. The market is very dynamic. The Vietnamese consumers are very dynamic. We need to be careful with the cost, the input cost of our products. We need to be sharp in making sure we produce the right product at the right price, at the right cost. At the same time, being sensitive to the needs of the consumers. I think the Vietnamese consumers are very savvy. They know what they want, and if you don't fulfill their needs, they will quickly drop your product and take another product or another brand that delivers the promise. So this is our biggest opportunity and challenge, being very close to the environment in which we operate and close in understanding the pulse of our customers and consumers. The need to know and the need to not only react but proactively manage is becoming more and more important.
How about the relationship between your company and the other competitor?
I think we have a relationship which is mutually respectful. I think we've got very strong competitors who are also doing good things and who also understand the competitors. We respect our competitors, but at the same time we will compete with our competitors in an open and healthy environment to give the best to the consumers of Vietnam.
Do you have any challenge or problem with the local government or the central government?
Generally, no, I would say, and quite frankly, not because it's a difficult question. I think we operate within the framework of regulations and guidelines. So, and if we do have doubts or whether we need some clarification, we will openly and directly have a formal and open discussion with government. So I wouldn't say that's a concern for us. We're quite comfortable operating in Vietnam with the local government regulations, just like any other Nestlé company in other markets as well.
I asked a question because, you know, there's some foreign managers talk with me about the paperwork. So Nestlé is a challenge with that.
Well, there are local bureaucracies, but is the paperwork in Vietnam the most difficult for Nestlé worldwide? I don't think so. And also we're seeing good initiatives coming from various departments. If there is the bureaucracy concerns, is maybe the differences in the bureaucracies in the various provinces. That could be the added complexity of Vietnam. You have a central government and you've got 63 provinces who might have differences in the paperwork or bureaucracy. So that would be the only nagging issue. But otherwise, we are quite comfortable in operating and complying with local regulations.
I know the Nestlé Vietnam now have the 3,000 people, 3,000 staff. Is right?
Direct employment with Nestlé Vietnam, 2,000.
2,000.
But number is more than that if you bring in all the indirect people who are working with the company, our suppliers, our distributor sales force. So if you put that, then the net is more than 5,000 people who are working with us through various means.
How do you recruit them?
For the people who work with the company and aspire to join Nestlé, our flagship program is the management training program, which I also had the opportunity in joining. This is where we take fresh graduates and we try to expose them to our environment and various parts of the company in a 1 to 2 year program. And then depending on their potential and their ability, we try to fast track them. So this is the entry level for management positions. But we also take in for middle management and junior management through other means of recruitment.
Do you have any priority in the employment?
I think Vietnamese people are very talented. The people who are graduating out of the universities are good. And also good to note that the current young people, the standard of English is good. So that's the raw materials coming in, or the raw talent coming in. What we'd like to particularly dissect and want is people who share our values, who have appreciation for our values, especially trust, integrity, pride, and those kind of soft skills. So that's one appreciation point. And second is ability to adapt, because if a person wants to come and work in Nestlé and hopes to get promoted every day, then these are not the kind of people we want. They need to be willing to adapt and sometimes take a little bit longer steps to grow with the company, and who are going to stay with the company as the company progresses. So this is the kind of people we kind of look forward to have in the Nestlé team.
Yes. So how many people, member of your management? I mean the directors.
Our management committee, so to speak, is our highest level. That's we have 9 people there.
Oh, so 9 people. Yes. How you train them?
Well, sometimes it's not
you
training.
Recruit and you train in-house trains.
We prefer to grow our own talent, and I, being an example, I grew up in the company. So our first choice is to have from within. So, I always like to say I'm a Nestlé product. The reason why I sit in this position is because in the last few years, I'm being exposed to various positions in various environments, and that is one of the best ways to train people, expose them to different environments. So training per se, most of the time is on the job, need not be attending programs. We do invest in programs, but the real training is sitting and doing a job and being coached and guided by senior managers or mentors in the company. So that's the way we'd like to train people. And for the people who are being trained, they need to look up to the management team in particular and other senior leadership roles in the company by observing them, and for the management team to model the way by practicing good leadership traits.
Personally, you have any challenge in terms of the language barrier?
Well, I would not be true if I say no. Being non-Vietnamese, not being able to speak Vietnamese is a hindrance, but it's not a showstopper. That is a small negative, but it doesn't stop us from interacting with the various stakeholders that we have, our shopkeepers, our retailers, our distributors. While I might not be able to understand fully, but I think I don't lose the
You have a translator, interpreter.
I have many translators in the company. Everybody translates for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also good to note that we speak English fairly openly, and many Vietnamese speak very good English, which again, it's a good skill for the Vietnamese if they aspire to work outside Vietnam as well.
Kính thưa quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Nhà lãnh đạo doanh nghiệp với ông Ganesan, Tổng giám đốc của công ty Nestlé Việt Nam. Xin quý vị đừng thay đổi kênh truyền hình để tôi còn quay lại với phần 5 của chương trình. Xin cảm ơn quý vị.